Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style blog, and I've been asked a few times about measuring proportions, and where to measure from and where to measure to. So I'm just going to give you a short video on how to do this. So one of the things I have is just a piece of ribbon or a piece of string. You can use a tape measure if you want, but there's no need. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure from the top of your head. So it's not the top of your face, but the top of your head to the base of your chin. So that for me is about that long, and I can't see this. Normally I do this in a mirror, but I'm not for you, I'm just going on guesstimate. Then that length, there should be 7 more of those in your body. So then the next one is from the base of your chin to what should be the bust peak. Now for me, that's pretty much right. That is about my bust peak. Now a good bra is really important. So if you're wearing a poorly fitting bra that's not giving you the right support, you'll find that your bust peak will be lower. So make sure that you're wearing a great bra when you're doing these measurements. Then we're going to go from that bust peak to the natural waist. So the natural waist is where your body bends. So when you bend to the side, and it's below your rib cage and above your hip bone, and you'll have a kind of indent then where you bend in, that is your natural waist. So my natural waist is just about here, which is actually slightly above where it came. So it means I have a slightly short waist. Then we're going to go from that natural waist. So always remember, if the proportion was different, so if say I had a long proportion through here, when I'm doing my second measurement, I take it down to the bust peak. So now I'm going to take it to my natural waist. So I'm slightly raising it up, and I'm taking it to my leg break. So your leg break is where your leg bends up. So usually if you've got a pair of jeans on or a pair of trousers or a skirt, if you've been sitting down, you'll see there's a crease along here, you can usually tell. So you'll have that crease there, but it's really just where that leg bends up. That's that point there. So I'm very balanced through there. And then we need to have 2 in the thighs to the middle of the knee. And the middle of the knee is where the leg bends up, which I am proportioned with, and then another 2. But I'm actually long in that last proportion to the ground, which means my calves are longer. So when you're thinking about the full proportions too, so I'm a bit short-waisted and I've got a bit more length in my calves, but then I can also think about the half-half sort of element. So if I take my body, so that's about my full body length, and then dropping this down, I'll find that the string doesn't actually hit the ground because my legs are actually slightly longer than my body, which makes me long legs and a short body, or long body, not a long body and short legs. So I've got more length through my legs than I do through my body. So that is how you measure your body proportions to work out where you want to elongate. So we want to elongate the slightly shorter proportions, but we can also put more detail in the longer proportions. So if you have short thighs, you don't want to have necessarily lots of detail around this part of your body, you'll keep that plainer. If you have a long décolletage, you can put more interesting detail around your neck. If you have a short waist, then you won't necessarily want to put lots of pockets and detail and belts on it. I mean, there are ways of doing these things. I have a short waist and I'm wearing a belt today, but it's about the shape of this cardigan that I'm wearing that lets me get away with it. So that's just a few tips on how to measure your body proportions.